All right, you guys ready for now? Again, you see what we did there to hit our goal?
I had fun.
You can absolutely call that begging. I don't mind. That's okay with me. We did 2 hours of a show, and at the end, we went, hey, anything you guys want to throw in? Huh? What do you think? Then, of course, if people say, no, go fuck yourself, we're good.
But what can I do for you
We'll
so
rattle.
that you want to donate?
We'll rattle the cans and we'll put them away. So I clearly have no problem with anybody asking for money. This always gets lost on some of the DSP people. They go like, well, don't you do the same thing DSP does? Look, DSP and this show do the same thing that every show that runs on donations do, which is we ask for donations from our audience. I have never said that I have any problem with that. The problem I have with DSP is that he's mean to people. Like, you see that we jump around and dance around. We want to entertain our audience as we ask for their money. It's
we need
only
your support.
It's the least we can do for the support they give us. But it's the being mean to people. It's the yelling at them for giving super chats instead of tips or whatever. I mean,
Tips.
my criticism of DSP has never, some people say, oh, he begs for money. That part doesn't bother me. You perform, you're allowed to ask for money. It's kind of like your parents said. It's not that you asked. It's the way you asked.
It's how you did it.
It's always so fucking mean. Now, Camo
It's your
Girl,
tone.
I don't need the audience to point out how different we are. We know. She says, you actually have a set goal. Well, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, his is very flexible, it seems.
right,
And it always goes up somehow.
It seems to be very nebulous, if you will. So this is DSP. This video was a couple days ago. I think this was Saturday or Sunday. And this is what I mean by it's the way he does it. He made a special 4.5-minute video. He didn't provide new content. He didn't do a funny bit. He didn't talk about anything or engage with his audience. He put a 4.5-minute video up to just browbeat them for their cash. Could you imagine? Let's watch.
What is up, everyone? Phil here with a very quick video specifically for those of you who only watch my content on demand here on DSP Gaming. And as you can see, I wasn't really planning on doing this, but taking a look at my numbers recently and everything that's going on here, I felt like it was kind of an urgent deal that I had to make a special video to address the situation.
It's not an urgent deal, Phil. Calm the fuck down and do good shows.
Relax.
Do good shows, and during your show, ask them for money. That's fine, Phil. Go, hey, guys, if you're enjoying what we're doing, here's how much money I could use for tonight. If you feel like giving it to me, please chip in tonight. That would be great. Stop yelling at them for super chats. Stop listing off the food you need for Jasper, and stop talking about your day off and all that shit. And just do your show. Ask for funds. Do it that way.
Please.
Don't sit there and cry, me, wow, 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 wow.
Please forgive the border here, all right? Here's what's currently going on. I'm doing several playthroughs on YouTube that are basically throwback playthroughs. Final Fantasy VII and Batman Arkham Asylum in particular are the two playthroughs that you guys actually nominated and voted to see for Viewers' Choice events over the course of this summer. I'm loving both playthroughs, and I can tell you right now, there's a bunch of people who show up live for the streams and engage with those playthroughs. In particular, support, like during Final Fantasy VII, is great.
Stop bugging.
Yeah, stop freaking the fuck out, man. Be cool. He's like our SEO guy.
He's bugging the fuck out. His eyes couldn't be bugged any harder.
Something that's happened that's unexpected. The entirety of both of those playthroughs are getting claimed on YouTube for the music pretty erroneously. The way that it's happening is basically companies who own the rights to the music and soundtracks of those games in weird countries like Iran, Syria, and yes, even North Korea are claiming...
Well, they might own that music, DSP. I mean, they might own it. You can appeal it and they can remove it. But again, this happens to us too.
Oh, yeah.
This is not our listeners' responsibility to pick up the fucking tab for every video that gets demonetized.
Right. We don't yell at the audience like it's their fault and now they have to pay for it.
We don't sit there and bitch at North Korea and then tell our audience, hey, listen, pony up, you fucks.
All of the rights to my videos, which legally doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
If they own it, it does.
The problem is YouTube doesn't care. All they're doing is trying to protect their own butt from litigation. So
wow, what a bunch of assholes.
Wow.
They let us use this amazing service they have. We get to make, as much money as we can, draw as big audience as we can. How dare they protect themselves from frivolous lawsuits that can cost billions of dollars?
Oh, yeah. I guarantee that if DSP was in their shoes, that he wouldn't do the same thing,
Oh.
So they will allow all ad revenue on those playthroughs to go to some company that has absolutely nothing to do with me, my content, or even the music in the games. And YouTube is not going to fix that problem. Okay? The reason I'm...
Wow. YouTube isn't going to bend over backwards for me to fix the thing I'm having. Wow. Fuck YouTube, man.
He's behaving like I was here first. I get preferential treatment.
The entitlement. I think that's the other thing that gets me about him.
Bring this up is because something very similar happened in the fall. If you remember, I was playing Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, and at that time, all of those playthroughs got claimed for the licensed music that was in them. I lost...
Oh, have you ever played the Grand Theft Auto games? It's
Yeah.
all like big-time copyright music
It
in there.
absolutely is.
Yeah,
Yep.
so, yeah, Phil, that's what's going to happen, sure.
That's
bunch
kind of your fault.
I mean,
You got to stop doing that then.
Again, don't play those games then.
income during that time period, at a time period when normally ad revenue is high and I make extra money during that time of the year. I lost all of that for the sake of making those playthroughs feel more complete by leaving the music
Oh,
in.
you see, he did it for you, so you should give him...
You see, I inconvenienced myself on behalf of your enjoyment.
Do you know how many of you, can I tell you this? I got to thank you guys for something else. You know, I said that a lot of our videos are getting the yellow or orange monetization thing because we do an edgier show. There are so many of you just watching the shit out of our videos with your YouTube Premium. You don't even realize how much you're kicking into this show. And I got to thank you guys. I never get to mention that because we don't really, get into it. But thank you guys so much, because as the ad revenue goes like this, the premium revenue has been going like that. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much.
Now, my hope was that during those playthroughs, people would go above and beyond and support in other ways. I'm going to be honest with you, it didn't happen, and I ended up losing money that I usually rely on at the end of every year, and it made things kind of rough for me.
You selfish cunt. 66% of this country is living paycheck to paycheck. I read an article today. People are going into credit card debt to pay for their gasoline.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all.
They're paying interest to pay for their gasoline.
Yeah.
So, Phil, I'm sorry if these people... Look, our first job, I always say the ugly part of this job is asking for money. Phil, our first part of this job is not to use the audience as an ATM. It's to entertain them first. Entertain your audience. Make them feel a part of it, like they're family, because that's ultimately what they are. They're your life's blood. They're not to be gone to every time you have to cry and complain about what YouTube's doing to you, and then going, you know what he is? He's the little brother who's always got a get-rich-quick scheme, and every time he comes to visit you, you put your wallet in your front pocket because you're like, what is he hitting me up for next time?
Maybe he should become one of those pastors we've seen with all the bling and shit, and he'd be rich in no time.
Absolutely. I think
Start grifting that way.
you're right. DSP should become a preacher man.
I think so.
All right, I got Fendi bags in here. You need to come to the Sunday sermon because I've been buying a lot of Fendi and Prada.
The reason I'm bringing this up right now is because things are already kind of rough right now. The summer has been slower. As you know, there have been next to no new releases at all, which means people are not coming to the channel in droves.
Poor you, Phil. It's really rough you playing video games. Really, some of your listeners are selling their children into Moroccan slavery to pay for gasoline. So
Yeah, what a crybaby. Oh, there's been no releases at all. Well, then play something old and cool.
Right, play
What
Sonic.
is wrong with you? Figure out something.
Yeah.
They're not subscribing, they're not supporting in a way that would happen during a busier time of the year. Therefore, already stuff's tight around here, and now I'm about to lose all ad revenue for weeks as I play through these games as my major playthroughs.
Sounds like
Why
a personal
am I bringing this up
problem.
with you, the on-demand viewers in particular?
Great question.
This is going to clear it all
Boy,
up, right?
imagine being someone who's like, I like DSP's gaming. I can't imagine who you are. I'm going to watch him on demand, though, because he makes me feel like a bag of shit when I watch him live. He yells at me. So I'm going to watch him on demand. This motherfucker's not even letting you guys skate now. He's making special 4.5-minute videos so he can yell at you guys for not making him enough money.
Right. And I wonder how many views this clip has. How many people have you yelled at?
About 10,000. Yeah.
Because I've noticed likes on the videos, as well as the amount of comments on them, have waned dramatically. all right?
Do better content. If I see our likes and views going down, I'm assuming people aren't as into that show as they were the other ones.
Dude, I've said it a few times. My biggest concern for him is that this is his content now and he doesn't game for people.
Dude, you can't let this be your content.
You're bitter.
This is engagement for the channel. This is what helps this channel get noticed all over YouTube. When people are looking for someone playing Final Fantasy VII or Batman Arkham Asylum,
Or a lol
your
cow.
likes and your comments on these newer videos help this channel get noticed.
Okay, but again, this is the lack of self-awareness. Phil, you're right. So why are you doing this? If likes and views are what's important and people commenting, there's a reason all that's down. You're making 5-minute videos so you can berate people.
By new people. This could bring in more people to see the content, to support the content in various different ways. And I need that help right now. So if you're currently watching any of this content on YouTube right now on demand, please consider liking the content and leaving comments for engagement purposes because that will help. Now,
You literally can't escape this
You
motherfucker
should
from
leave a
making you
comment.
feel bad. I'm leaving a comment.
Leave a comment.
if you can go above and beyond, like for example, super thanks are available on any video here on YouTube. You can
course.
leave a super thanks. That's a way to contribute concretely to the channel. Even if you're not on a live stream, you could still do that on any on-demand video. That would help a lot.
He gives all of us shows like this a bad name doing
I
this
agree.
shit. He gives, this is why I get so mad by the end of these, because us, the ROTC boys, everybody who makes ends meet by donations,
Everyone.
they all think of us as this guy. And that's why I take it
Give
so
us
personally.
all a bad name.
I talk like a fucking pirate for my audience if they want me to.
Lot. But I'm not asking for anyone to go crazy. I know many of you who watch the on-demand stuff do try to make the streams when you can and support those streams in any way you can. I know some of you behind the scenes are
Hey guys, just because I feel like shit when I watch these, I just want to reiterate, if you don't watch the show live, man, I fucking thank you so much that you watch this show at all.
I agree.
really do. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. But even if you don't do that, man, thanks for just checking out our shit and sharing it to people and telling people that it's a good show.
It's so important.
Like, super thanks. I don't even know if we ever get super thanks. Quite frankly, whatever.
I don't think
Just
so. And
Thank you for being here.
this guy won't say thank you ever.
No!
He never says thank you.
I think that's what bothers me too. I don't know if there's ever a world where I would tolerate this level of berating, but maybe if there were a few thank yous sprinkled in here and there. Like, this guy's never made a 5-minute video going, guys, we had such a great week this week. I'm set forever. We're going to start ahead by this much next week. I'm not going to, I mean, there's streams.
what is-
There's shows we do. Like last week, remember Friday? We were like, guys, we don't have to ask you for any money today.
Yep.
Like,
'Cause-
we don't need any. Don't send
and
it.
how many times do we say thank you? You guys are incredible.
You're right. If he would balance some of this shit out
With a thank you here and there.
with some kisses every once in a while, that would be nice.
members, maybe you pledge to my Patreon. I get it. What I'm saying right now is I'm already at a loss when it comes to just overall support in general because it's the summer and there's no new releases.
Drive Uber.
I'm now unexpectedly having 2 playthroughs demonetized on me because of this nonsense going on with YouTube's content ID system. And now I'm noticing engagement is down as well. These are all bad signs. So anything that you can do will be greatly appreciated. Look at the description of this video for a few suggestions of things you can do to go above and beyond. In
Yeah, if
particular-
I haven't berated you enough for what things you can do for me during these hard times, go in the description below and I'll fucking yell at you some more.
I'm starting to take pity on this guy.
Don't.
I just think
He's being an
so-
asshole.
He's so out of touch with what it takes to like get these things going.
He's not, though. He doesn't care. He's being mean.
just liking the videos you're watching, leaving comments will help in droves. All right, guys? Thank you so much for watching. I know, again, pretty crappy quality video, rushing to get it out, but thanks so
You don't
much,
care.
and I'll see you when I get back from my break.
If things are so rough, why are you taking a break? Like, I gotta get Jasper's dog food.
That's what I always wonder about, like the days off too. Like if you're not doing well, stop with the days off.
Trident with a $50 super chat. He says, can I get the slow-mo snort? Yes.
Thank you.
Trident, are you happy? There you go, buddy. We take 35 of that. So that means we're within $5 fucking bucks of the goal, guys. We're good. We're fine. There's the link if you want to contribute. But $5 is considered meeting
We're
the goal.
good.
Where I come from, $5 is meeting the goal. We're good.
It's
Again,
cornbread and chicken. Don't ever say that.
Oh. Where I come from, a lot of front porch sitting.
Yeah.
Where I come from, trying to make a living and working hard to get to heaven.
Where I come from.
Where I come from. Taste Fairy says, I want to get Dr. Grande to analyze DSP. I would rather have Dr. Kevorkian do it.
Dr. Columbo.
The Real Joe says, you're telling him to be an abusive boyfriend. Hit them, then kiss them to make it better. Okay, I'm in.
I was actually going to say that. Like, I wonder how his home life is because it's got to be bad. If he behaves anything similar, it's miserable.
Oh. Mr. Danman says, start every show saying you don't need money. These people work off reverse. I don't know. They've been pretty fucking supportive the last 2 years. I gotta tell you, we got a pretty cool audience.
There's something a little to that, though. Like when we've hit the goal and we tell people, okay, stop donating money. Don't you tell me what to do with my money.
Yeah,
and then they throw it at us.
Then they really make me feel like shit.
I know.
Because I'm like, guys, we've hit the goal. Stop giving us money. And they're like, oh, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No. It's not wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm literally telling you.
I don't blush often, but that stuff gets crazy.
Please don't give us any more money. There was a Snort Burnell clip. Oh, we got a DSP salt-filled rant about Sony EVO event. Upset he won't be able to cash in. You guys wanted DSP for overtime today. I got a couple of clips. I've got a Duty Streams clip.
Let's keep it rolling.
And I think that's it. So I think he must have... Oh yeah, Duty Streams has been busy. Nobody else really, though. I thought I saw some Snort Burnell today, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm incorrect. All right, we can get the salt-filled rant. But also, I want to check on our boy Snort Burnell because I thought he did something today with DSP. Nope, 1 day ago.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Duty Streams. And Duty Streams...
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video.
I just love that. It's your boy Duty. How funny is that?
This, ladies and gentlemen, was posted up yesterday, all right? The official way that if you're a fan of fighting games and you're a streamer, that you can co-stream EVO.
Look at the
There's
Mr.
a big
Krabs
sign-up
thing.
page for it, okay? You have to sign up, give all your information, know who you are, your YouTube channel.
Oh, wait, no, fuck this. This isn't the clip I want. To end the show tonight, there is a DSP clip of him yelling at his audience for asking if a member could play video games with him.
That seems like a really common question for a gamer, right?
Yeah, I want to see. DSP yells at Snow Carl for asking for members-only game events, saying it won't make him any money. Yeah, this is from Duty 2. This was yesterday.
That is all you have to do.
Here we go.
What is...
Fit in these streams into my already busy streaming schedule. Can I even do it? Some people were only available certain days, certain times, certain games, and I couldn't play those streams at times and games.
Wait a minute, he's gonna
how would I
pause
do
a few
it?
times.
Well-
I gotta go back and find this. Duty's really scared of getting banned again on YouTube.
I would be too.
So he's been commenting a lot over DSPs, which is
Right.
cool. I think that's good. I encourage him to do that.
Yes.
It takes an intense amount of time every day. All right?
Let me go back here.
You won't make any money.
Here we go.
Take for members to get a chance to play with me. I mean, here's the thing. All right? Here's why I don't do any kind of these multiplayer events anymore. There's two primary reasons, and they're both equally weighed, I feel.
You're ungrateful towards your fans and you're being a fucking asshole to them?
I basically just hate them.
God. April and I were talking yesterday. We're like, there's people that sometimes come into our chat, like Trident just did, and they drop like $50 on us. And April and I were talking yesterday, and we're brainstorming. We're like, should we like make personalized videos for them and send them to them? Or like, if they give us $50, should we like, if they ask us, hey, send a message to my buddy, or hey, wish this person a happy birthday or something, like we make a special video and send it to them because they sent us all that. DSP gets a person going, hey, I'm a member. I support you financially. Could I play some video games with you?
The fuck you!
No, get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit.
You're banned.
By the way, you guys need to support the stream. I'm really slow on support. Like, he doesn't connect the dots and go, oh, I'm short on tips and super chats and support. Meanwhile, when people ask if they can get something for their support, I tell them to go fuck themselves.
How does that is always so confusing to me, how people gets lost on them.
Yeah.
Like your people are asking like, hey, we'd really like some more of this, and hey, we might, stick around, but no.
No, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Reason number one is because to actually get the logistics of a multiplayer event worked out, it takes an intense amount of time, effort, and sadly...
No, it doesn't. Don't you just set up... I don't play a lot of online games, but don't you just set up a room and you go in there and you play with each other?
I've seen a lot of friend group gaming.
Right.
And it seems pretty simple.
Someone always gets disappointed. So I'll give you an example. Back in the day, I used to do these multiplayer events all the time. Now, they weren't members' goals. They were actually Patreon goals. If you were a patron of mine, you could get in on a multiplayer event. So how would I do that? How do you work that out? Well, obviously,
Clear that
you
throat.
need to basically be
Snort.
talking with people about, hey, so you pledged to my Patreon, but are you interested, right, in being part of this event? So how would I do it? Well, if you, let's say you pledged $5 to my Patreon, I would email all those people on patreon.com and say, hey, if you're interested in being a part of the event, here's how you can join my forums and go to this particular thread and post up and say you're interested. Then we'll say what games we're playing. We'll figure out the times, the schedule. All right.
So basically, Phil's going to tell you what game, when, where, everything else, and you just fucking be there, okay?
My way or the highway.
Oh, there was a snort.
Just getting people to get on the forums and start to get this thing, what do they call it, logistically working, is a nightmare. It would take weeks to get just the people on Patreon to become a part of my forums.
Well, then fuck you. Let it take weeks. They're giving you money. You play video games with them, Phil.
Yeah, at least like get them excited about something.
Yeah. You know how much more money you'd make if you were still doing this?
Be able to post.
No, he clearly
Jasper
doesn't.
could eat wet food.
Dude, Jasper's in our corner now.
That's true. Jasper gave us your money.
Right.
Get ready for this. Then, once everyone's ready, now they start posting up, I'm interested in this game and I'm available these days. I'm interested in this game and I'm available these days. So now...
Okay, so
All right. I don't want to steal Duty's thunder here.
Right, that's his stuff.
And his analysis. But yeah. I mean, just like... Oh, and then the other reason was trolls. He admits here he's scared of trolls.
I got to try to figure out...
But
all
why though? You just shut 'em out.
logistically, how do I fit in these streams into my already...
Well, you know how you beat trolls? You play your video games with them. Who gives a shit if they're doing
Okay,
it to
there's
troll
that,
you?
but if you truly hate him that much, like if he gets in there and he's a troll, you just hang up on him essentially, like you
Right.
cut him out of the game.
Sure.
busy streaming schedule. Can I even do it? Some people were only available certain days, certain times, certain games, and I couldn't play those streams, times, and games.
Then make it work.
Why? What are you doing?
Wait, he's feeding Jasper and going grocery shopping.
To play with me, and they never get to. All right. Other people, they say they can make it, then last minute they cancel. Well, now that's it. I'm not doing a whole other event, so now you don't get to play with me. You see, some people would want
He's just so mean about everything. Like, how are you a public personality? Like, how are you a broadcaster that draws an audience and has this personality when everything is, no, fuck you, go away?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
to play.
I'm almost
and then because they live
like
on the
in awe of him a little bit.
A little bit.
For that
It
reason.
is weird to see that he's like hung on this long with
Yeah.
this kind of a personality.
other side of the planet, the connection's terrible. So it was a complete waste of everybody's time. In addition, you got to also understand that
Yeah.
doing a whole off stream and or multiple streams to only play with a small number of people is not viable. And here's what I mean by that. How much does it cost to become a member of my channel right now? $4?
No, he is not going to say that you don't give him enough money
Cost breakdown.
for him to play video games with you.
Oh, but he will.
Does he not understand that that's an investment? Like, you being that accessible to your audience helps them feel more a part of your shows and your streams, and will bring more people to you?
Thinking you're asking the wrong person.
Okay? $4. So for $4, you're a member. Oh, now you get to play with me in a special event, right? So I made $4. Let's say 20 people, all right? 20 people want to do this with me. And that's a small
$80.
amount. I would guess more people probably would, but let's say 20.
Right, more people would want to play video games with me. I mean, I'm such an engaging, nice guy. Dude.
No, honestly, with his asshole like mentality here, people probably want to get in there just to fuck with him.
You're gonna shit on $4. Last month we had about 40,000 unique viewers, 40,000 different people tuning into our show last month. If what's half of 1/10? God, I'm a return. 1/20th of that amount of people, that's 2,000, right?
Should be, yeah.
1/10 is 4,000. If 1/10 of the people who watch this show on a monthly basis gave $4 a month, fucking, we're dancing. It's good.
I know.
We're good, guys. We got it. Don't worry about anything. We got.
Dude,
and this guy's sitting there shitting on $4. How fucking dare you?
What do we get for when somebody becomes a member?
$5 a month.
$5 a member.
Yep.
Like, if everyone was just a member for us, we'll gladly take the $5. It's great.
You could if you were all a member for 1 month, we're done for the year.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Damn.
20 people, I get half of what you do as a membership, which is about $2. So I made $40. So now for $40, I have to somehow plan and do multiple streams.
Wow, what a piece of shit. Yes.
His content to me has become, let's break down why nothing works. Like, none of your suggestions work out for me.
Right. And he's not doing anything to change that. Like, he's not doing anything to change the reality. He's sitting there bitching and yelling at people and then complaining that everything's going down. Maybe people are tired of being yelled at.
I don't think he wants to change that, though.
No, I mean, I won't play video games with you. Basically, hey, I want all my numbers to go up and I want all my tips and support to go up, but I don't want to do anything for you to do that.
Dude, I'm a gamer, but I don't want to allow people to game with me. I know, like, our other second mic, Johnny, he does some gaming on his Twitch channel, and I've seen listeners of ours get in there and game with him.
Yeah. He'll do it for free.
Yes, and it's fun.
Curly Adams says, does he actually live on tips, or is this just a great grift and it's all an act? You're going to have to ask people who have been in that detractor community for a while, because there's a difference of opinion there. Some people say it's a grift, and then other people say that he's just really terrible with his money. I don't know. Thank you very much for Jay Santos. There you go with the $4.99. He says, how dare you? Mr. Danman says $5 is $5. You guys are over by $5 now. Trident with $9.99 says, this is towards your Vegas trip fundraiser. That's out of the personal, not the business. Thank you very much. So we are $10 over for tomorrow night. So we are starting tomorrow's show $10 to the good. Thank you guys very much.
Awesome.
Portia Rump says he hates his fans so much that he won't let you play games with him.
Right, that's really gross behavior as a gamer.
It's really
gross.
shitty. Yeah, that's right. We played Oregon Trail with our fans numerous times.
Wow, we forgot about that. Yeah, we're gamers on occasion, and we allow people, like, our listeners will be the people in the wagon.
Yeah, it's fun as hell.
It's really fun.
DSP is a neckbeard. He can't put two and two together about those kind of things. Yeah, I mean, how are you an antisocial person and you have a social job? I don't get it.
That is odd. I mean, even if you don't like people, you're not like directly associating with them to their face.
Well, and the other
you're across the screen. At least.
And the other part is paranoia. He's paranoid about trolls. He gets to that later.
He should be at this point. Like, he knows what you've created us in a way, has he not? If
us?
he didn't be, not us specifically, but like as a whole, the people that watch him now, I think watch him for this reason.
Dude, I saw him on r/cringe. I made fun of him not knowing who he was. And then all of a sudden, that was our first video. Like, we were on YouTube for a week. It was our first video that started to go crazy.
Okay.
And I went, wow, there's something there with this guy. And people are just writing to you, you got to look at this, you got to look at that. Like, people in that community are so excited to show you new shit.
Right.
It's remarkable.
And they need places to gather.
Yeah.
But the point is that people wouldn't watch for these reasons if he didn't give the reason first. Like, if you didn't behave this way, nobody would be treating you this way.
If you played more video games with your fans, more people would want to support you. If you were nicer to them, they'd want to support you. If you talked in a pirate voice once in a while like we do. If you lower yourself, look,
Well, when he tries to get into character as a cowboy, he just talks all racist.
That is true. He just becomes a
watch
bigot.
out for that.
Like, the term beggars can't be choosers. We say we're busking, we perform, then we ask for money. You can't then dictate to people you're grateful for all the fans you have, and he's not, and that's why he's losing them.
Dude, I don't agree with anyone who says this is an act or a grift, like that behavior. I think
You
that's
don't think so?
No, I think that's real.
Toned In Entertainment with $1.99. Thank you, buddy. He says the DSP content will never run out. Your lips
Wow.
to God's ears.
Have to support the guy just enough that he doesn't go away.
Yeah. Nahil says the Howard Stern effect. Even people who hated him said, I want to see what he says next. I get that. Well, there you go, guys. There's your DSP overtime. I hope you enjoyed it. There's never a bad DSP segment.
No, like I said at the beginning of the show, I kind of miss him sometimes.
Yeah, it's always nice to do a little, this way everybody's happy because the people who tune in for the main 2-hour show, it's not taken up by DSP stuff.
Right.
If people decide to hit the goal, here you go, guys. You want DSP, we'll do DSP for overtime.
We had some great fun, like classic steel toe type stories tonight, too.
This was great, man. We're going to put the Kalila stuff up and we're going to put the DSP stuff up this week. And from this morning, we're going to put Right On.
We covered some ground on this one.
We did. Go check out our other videos, the other clips from the other morning and evening shows. I got to do a better job linking the episodes that those are on.